This video is going to be about my content pal who gave me some articles for free in exchange for a review. I've got a written review in the description below. I recommend you look at that because this video is just a summary of that written review. In that written review, you'll also be able to see the sample piece, which if you want to see a 8 cent per word sample piece, what sort of quality you'll get, you can click the link below and you'll get to see that. Sorry about the audio quality in this video as well. It's just I don't have my equipment with me, so it's probably not as good as normal. Quick background information about this review. My content pal reached out to me and offered to give me 10,000 words in exchange for an honest review. I gave them the test article, Are Blogs Considered Social Media, as well as 7 other articles that went onto my main authority site. And I didn't tell them which article I was going to review or that I was going to reveal the test article to my audience. If you want to see that test article, it is also linked below in that write-up of the written review. There's a link to the actual article that they wrote if you want to see what an 8 cent per word article will get you. So the goals of this review, to demonstrate that my content pal is a high quality service, but also explain why I'm not going to be using them as a core service going forward. So let's get started. There's 4 pros, 4 cons. The first pro is that they do include surfer optimization. And this is something I haven't seen from other services. I've seen other services offer surfer optimization, but they don't actually give me the article in the surfer dashboard so I can see that they have optimized it using surfer. So I was pretty impressed that when I received the articles, and you can see the picture of the article just below that they sent it to me through Surfer so I could see how it was optimized using Surfer SEO. The second one is I did think that it was quite a high quality white glove service. This is one thing I have noticed about premium services. When you're starting to go out to the 5 cents and above range, you start to notice that the content providers do use their ability to sort of onboard you, and the fact that you've got this one dedicated manager who manages the writers for you. That's one thing that I've started to notice is a key feature of the premium content services. And this one did a very good job. There was one point of contact. Her name was Nikki, and she sort of did all the liaison with the writers for me and everything. And it was great to have just one key point of contact. The third one, is very similar to the second one, and that is that there are revision rounds that are very, very good. I was impressed by. I did ask them to do reviews of the article that you will be able to see, the test article, and I was impressed that I gave them some pretty tough feedback, and they turned around and they took it on and they got to work fixing it. So I was pretty impressed by that. And if you want to see the email that I sent them, that was my feedback for the article, I have got that feedback in the blog post. So click on the blog post and you'll see the exact email I sent them asking for review of certain aspects. And you'll see that I was pretty critical of some aspects. Okay, number 4, the fourth pro is that they did have thorough research and high quality outbound links. There were quite a lot of outbound links weaved in throughout the article. Personally, I really like that. I know a lot of link builders and people who think that are trying to get a lot of link juice to their website don't like to have link out because they see it as sort of being leaky. But I actually really like that they linked out to really good sources. It showed me that their writers were doing some good research. So here's an example of one sentence they did. In fact, blogging is one of the most popular forms of social media with over 409 million monthly active bloggers, and they linked to their source for the 409 million monthly active bloggers. So if you don't like outbound links, you can just delete the link. But personally, I quite like that. Okay, so some cons. The first con obviously was the price. The price point of 8 cents per word was way too steep for me, just because I am a high content blogger, right? I don't have if I were to have a site that had only 200 articles on it and I wanted 200 really high quality articles, and I was just going to keep focusing on link building and getting those articles seen on Google, then I might pay 8 cents per word. But when I'm publishing 200 plus articles per month on my blogs, I just can't afford to pay 8 cents per word, unfortunately. So that's my one con. Nikki did reply when she read the review, and I have left her replies in the blog post. So if you click on the blog post, you'll see what Nikki had to reply after she read the review. And she said they do provide some bulk order discounts throughout the year. If you sign up to the email list, you'll be the first person to know about the order discounts. And they also offer a 100% money back guarantee if you are not happy with your content. So that was her response to my first con. My second con was that the subheadings didn't match the search intent. So I actually asked the writers, I gave them a bunch of subheadings, and I said, I want you to write about these subheadings. And then
they sent the article back to me, and the first time they sent it back, they had these subheadings that were, what are the benefits of blogging? What are the benefits of social media? And a list of social media platforms. In my opinion, that didn't match the search intent of our blog's social media. It was just, it was sort of, to me, it was irrelevant, fluffy FAQs. So I asked them to review that, and they did review that and fixed it up in the review. So another reply from Nikki when she read about this con, she said, would like to apologize for the wrong headings being used. And they did a workshop on search intent to provide their writers with more training on the subject. All right. Next con is final edits were still required. And this con is probably a little bit harsh because this isn't specifically about My Content Pal. It is about My Content Pal, but it's about agencies in general when you get them to write your content. You can't just throw the content up and expect that the content is going to be good enough once they send it to you. You're going to have to still look at the content and make sure it's matching your personal style, your voice, checking to make sure that there's no factual errors and so on and so forth. So same with these guys, even though it's more premium price at 8 cents per word, you're not going to just be able to throw the content up. You're going to need to be able to make sure that you cater it perfectly to your blog, interlinking to other articles on your blog, maybe inserting your own images, that sort of thing. So don't expect, even if you're paying 8 cents per word, that you're going to get just a piece that you can throw up and not actually read and edit. And lastly, you don't get to choose your writers. So something I really like about other services like Buy Sell Text and Writers Access is you do get to choose your writers. And through those other services that I use quite a bit, I've sort of weeded out the writers who I don't like and sort of starred the writers that I do prefer, so that helps me to get regular high quality content from the services. And I didn't get that option from My Content Pal. Nikki did reply saying that it's not something they offer right now, but it is an option they're considering in the future. So if you're watching this review in the future, My Content Pal may offer that as a service in the future. Okay, so overall, just to come back to my initial point, which was this is what was the goal of this video, to say that My Content Pal is a high quality service, and I really appreciated the quality of the content they provided. The 7 articles that I put on my authority site, I was really happy with. I did end up editing them, but they were as good as my in-house writers provide, so I was pretty happy with that. It was a high quality service. However, as a high quantity blogger, I also need to focus on price point, and it is a little bit out of my budget right now. So maybe if I were to write a pillar post and I couldn't find one of my in-house writers to write a high quality pillar post, I might get My Content Pal to write it for me. But at the moment, if I'm just putting out 200 articles per month or something, I'm not able to use My Content Pal, unfortunately, because it's a little bit out of my price range.
Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget you can click on the link below to see the full written write-up with a bit more details about My Content Pal, and you get to see the sample piece that they sent as well. All right, thanks.